Queen in 30 Days, and we're about to go ahead and get into the fashion show, I think. I don't know. I'm also currently in the middle of replaying all of Cells in the Fog. I know I haven't posted the ending yet. I will. I'm probably going to do this weekend post episodes 11 through 14, which I have recorded, but I made some mistakes. So, which required me to kind of go through and play the whole thing again to see if I can do a bit better job. But more about that in the video that'll come after. So, I'll post episode what, like a 12. I think I did 12 by itself. Then I did episodes 13 and 14 that came out a month later. So I've been sitting on that video for months. I just kind of wanted to post all of the ending like all together so you can kind of enjoy the whole ending of the stories together. And then it could be an extra video of me fixing the ending. I didn't get a bad ending, but anyway, I'll go over that in that video. You'll see. But in your time for now, we'll go ahead and get back to this. Because someone mentioned, I wasn't sure if people would want to see this one particularly. I heard that I never personally ended it, played through the ending myself. But I heard that people weren't exactly satisfied with the ending, which is a shame because I was enjoying the story. But some people said I should play it anyway, which is fine with me because I had fun when I played this story. So, go back and get back into it. Anyway. So it's time to show yourself to the world, take part in a jewelry fashion show, and don't let anyone lead you astray. Okay, we're good. I have a ton of like teacups right now because I'm replaying all of Cells in the Fog, so I'm going to use a few of them right now for this. Yeah, okay. The Fashion Queen. A sunbeam slipped out from behind the loose curtain and started to dance on your cheek. You heard a knock on the door. Is the music even playing? Because I feel like it's like super low. I'm getting some readings from it. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and click, but let me mess with the volume. It's a little bit better. Turn it up. Make sure you got it. Okay. It looks like it's alright. I don't like when the music doesn't play in the background. I like all the sounds from the story. Anyway. You stretched with delight, and suddenly the recollection of yesterday came crashing down on you in a wave. Mark, Adam, the palace, Richard, and everything else. You sat down hard, nearly crashing down on the floor. Who's there? Oh, I forgot this dress is so freaking pretty. Morning, sleepyhead. May I come in? Sure, please. Emma rushed into the room like a small, merry tornado. Axel appeared from under the bed and bounced forward to meet Emma halfway. Morning, my dandy chap. Look what I have done. Look what I have for you. She took out a packet of animal food out of her pocket. Did we feed our pet last night? I don't know, but she's always been feeding our pet. Hopefully, we get some more food for it. Adam was nice enough to come and bring us this little pet carrier. Well, not pet carrier, but a little home for him, a little bed for him to sleep in. My pleasure. Axel didn't need to be asked twice. He immediately went down to his breakfast. Emma, thank you very much from both of us. Don't mention it. Adam told me he'll get some other things for him by the evening. See, Adam is just really nice. As for now, great deeds await us. How great are they? And will I have time for breakfast? Great as the Great Flood. Breakfast can wait. So then I need a lifebuoy and some coffee. I'll be your lifebuoy. Is it buoy or something like that? I don't know. She winked mysteriously and rushed out of the room. In a few moments, she returned with a tray in one hand and a pile of clothes in another. You hurried to help her. Coffee and sweets. I'll prefer tea, but that's fine. No, that's service. What are the clothes for? I'll explain everything, but coffee first. No milk, sorry, but there's some sugar on the cookie plate. Thank you. You didn't need to go to such trouble. Oh, but I did. Adam asked me to help you whenever I can. Adam is a bit overprotective, but he's also amazing. If it wasn't for him, I'd still be roaming around the city without a penny and no hope for a decent vacation. Adam is too responsible sometimes. Since you crossed his path, he's not gonna just let you go. He's not gonna let you go just like that. He'll load you with favors and then catch up with you and repeat the sequence. What? That sounds like a destructive path, but okay. But I think you'll be thrilled with this vacation. This year we didn't have anything interesting happen, but know that our Highness and his bodyguard blew up our small society. Meaning? By the book, only the nobles can take part in the festival. That's why we're here, right? We're looking for someone who suits our social status. The court started buzzing with rumors as soon as a day broke, and now they're guessing what will happen next. I'm stumbling on my words today, I don't know. What's your guess? I don't participate in speculation, but it should be fun anyway. She nibbled in a friendly way, nibbled on a cookie. Oh, she smiled. I read nibbled. I cannot read today! No, Melody, finish your coffee and change. We're gonna take over the fashion world. Like how? While the festival's going, you're going to move around with the court and visit some events. Like today, for example, we're invited to a runway show by Chinuto Balani. Okay, and he's a fashion designer? Better. He's the most talented jewelry designer in the whole of Cigar. I brought you some things. See if you like any of them. I didn't know there was like shows to show off, like fashion shows to show off jewelry. I guess I just kind of assumed that it would just be like, you know, they would have the jewelry just kind of like in cases, and they would like bring people to come and show them when they could walk around the room and view it. I didn't think it would be like something they would display, but it makes sense doing it that way as well. Okay, so we're picking the clothes. That one's cool. Oh, I remember liking that one. That one's pretty. This one is also pretty. The free options in this game are actually really good, but I already paid for this one anyway, so might as well. Yes, great. A perfect 10 out of 10. You think I'll fit into noble society? More than just fit in, I don't think even Julia will be able to compete with you today. I caught her dress out of the corner of my eye. You wouldn't even compare them. Why wouldn't you steal her scene? Why should I? I'm easy prey for her. She won't choke on me. You're different. She has nothing on you. Okay, are we ready to leave them stunned? I think I am. You want to come? Are you asking to come with us? Emma, can you come? Why not? You can hide in your bag and stay quiet. Do you promise you'll be a good boy? Can squirrels be trained? I don't know about this. Sure, whatever. Let's go have some fun together. Glad to see you're happy. Axel disappeared into the bag in about 2 seconds. Only a pair of picturesque eyes were visible. On your way to the studio, you gawked at the cityscape, asking Emma 10 questions a minute. But the trip was quite short. After about 15 minutes, the car stopped in front of a compact building with a catchy sign. Emma made a funny face and went through the glass doors. Someone was already waiting for you behind them. Yeah, that dress isn't great. It's pretty. But I thought she would be wearing something else. What a surprise! We didn't expect such an interesting species to attend our humble event. The word species is used for animals, Julia, not for people. Her dress is interesting. Not quite what I would have picked for her. But I always like purple. So, I think it suits you well. Julia, your dress is stained. Oh wait, so there's like, what, like a courage-y route. I don't remember what it's called. This one is probably plot. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've been through this. But I'm going tact, right? I think I'm trying to be nice. Yeah, okay. Got it. The dress fits you quite nicely. Are you trying to sweet talk me? No, I actually mean it. Maybe I need to say thank you. That rag you're wearing doesn't really look like it was used to swipe floors. Oh, I consider that a compliment. You wish. Maybe you're anticipating a friendship kiss? Julia, jealousy is a destructive emotion. I think both of you are asking for trouble. Come on, Melody. They don't like us here. It's like really weird. She's like, you're asking for trouble, but yeah, you're the one in here like instigating shit. It's like, what the fuck? She need to get away out of here, dude. That's right. Move it. You held your chin high and started to walk. That music doesn't sound like that sounds like fighting music. As you were passing Julia, she suddenly swung her leg out from under her skirt. Let's see. Jump over. It was going by so fast. I was like trying to think. You know, it's a trap at the very last second. So the only thing you managed was a jump. It wasn't very elegant, but it sure as hell was effective. You turned around and shot a fierce look at Julia. What? No good arguments left? Do you really believe I'd waste my time on you? Thinking over good arguments? Dude, you need to stop with that face, dude. Jealousy is not is not a pretty look, dude. I think you're overestimating your value in this world, dear. Will influence your Julia's actions in the future. Whatever. I'm not your foe, and I don't need anything from you. You just wriggled into a world where everyone is a foe, and everyone needs something from you. If you think this is a fairy tale, well, let me disappoint you. Julia, this is like the 3rd time in my life I've seen you. What the hell do you want from me? Do you think I'm blind like everyone else? I don't even know what you're talking about. Suddenly you heard someone trotting after you. Flowers, my beautiful flowers, why are you so loud? Your master is here. Don Chinito, it's so lovely to see you. Emma, my bud, every year you grow more beautiful. Good morning, Don Chinito. Bitch. Good morning, Julia, good morning. Are you insulting people again? Trust the old fool, Chinito. The pride comes before the fall. I remember myself. Don Chinito, this is Melody. She's our new festival star. Holy diamond, what beauty I can see here. Flattered, so flattered. My muffins. I'm in a disaster. Finita la comida. I don't know. Don't ask me. These stupid models have eaten something from the buffet table and got food poisoning, all 3 of them. An absolute catastrophe. My beautiful necklaces. What will people say? People will say the stupid Ochinito's out of his mind. He's showing old crap that no one needs. People need something new, my muffins, and I need models as soon as possible. San Chinito, what can we do about it? My lamb chops, do me a favor, step onto the runway. Oh, Don Chinito, I'll be honored to. You can bring all your necklaces. No, my nightingale, I need all 3. In the end, you'll be standing together. I mean, and so is Melody. Emma been closer to your ear. A chance like this is 1,000,001. Don't you dare say no. Yeah, 1,000,001 to embarrass myself. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I'm in. Splendid, marvelous. Follow me, my willows. I'm gonna need you to stop. Behind the scenes, it was quite noisy. Ooh, and behind the scenes, now I know I had that turned down a little bit, because that's a little better. Behind the scenes, it was quite noisy. Other models were dashing all over on the other side of the curtain. Okay, my gems, let's choose the necklaces for you. Beginning with you, Bella. Which one do you like? Okay, so it's the ruby sword, the royal dawn, the heart of the ocean. And go ahead and wear the royal dawn. Oh my, Nightingale, it suits you perfectly. You're a new Madonna, this I can say for sure. This dress is even better than the one I've chosen for my model, yes? It's like you knew I put this beauty on your precious neck. The audience will be thrilled. Mark the word of Chinito Villani. Oh, your language is quite difficult, I have to say. Melody, you look heavenly. The only heavenly thing here is the necklace. It's such a pity it's on the wrong neck. Jealous? Enjoy your one opportunity to live it up. I don't mind. Okay, my ladies, walk gracefully, hip swing. Show your chest. Don't be shy about showing off those necklaces. And don't you dare fall down. Honey, leave your bag here. No one will touch it. Well, okay. When Chinito turned away, you opened the bag. I need to leave you alone for a little while, but you have to behave, okay? Promise? That's my point. You carefully put the bag in a corner and went back to the curtain. The music changed, meanwhile, becoming more ceremonial. Julia straightened her back and hopped onto the runway with a grin on her face. Emma took a peek through the curtain and sighed with excitement. My goodness, all the court is here today. Even His Highness and Adam are in the first row. You felt a chill down your spine. Okay, Melody, are you ready? No? Am aghast. I'm always ready. Have one regret. Aghast? To be clear, this is my first time on a runway. Don't worry, it's simpler than it looks. Just be confident, look forward, chin up, back straight. Okay, I'll do my best. It's your turn, beauty. Go out there and be a star. You took a deep breath, shook your head, and stepped out from behind the curtain. At first, you were blinded by the bright spotlights shining right across the runway. Oh my god. I need to walk. You, walk with your back straight. Making a confident face, you stepped forward. The only thoughts in your head were straight back, chin up. You may not have walked like a professional model, but judging by the astonished looks on your audience, you were good. You moved smoothly down the runway. In the middle, you caught up with Julia. You could tell by the look in her eyes that she was barely restraining herself from pushing you down the runway. She could try to trip me. Reaching the end of the walk, you put a hand on your hip in an elegant motion. Glancing at the audience, you found two familiar faces. Adam was grinning widely with approval, while Richard was slightly baffled, but also smiled at you. You, wink at Adam. In one smooth motion, you winked at the bodyguard as your eyes met. Adam's grin became even wider. He gave you a discreet thumbs up. You felt the smile playing across your lips and turned back. Okay, so showing up a little bit in front of Richard, dude. But I mean, his loss. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we can't be as close as we were or whatever. And I'm like, all right, then. You made your choice, buddy, and I'll make mine. Only thing left was to finish your walk to the curtain. Emma was already stepping out from behind it. You calmly finished your walk. As she came closer, you cracked a tiny smile at the corner of your mouth. She brushed you slightly with her fingertips. You passed by each other. The moment when everyone's attention moved to her was palpable. Slipping behind the curtain, you gave a relieved sigh. Okay, so we made it without being tripped by Julia, at least. My muffin, you're Venus, a goddess, an angel of beauty. Stop! The Julia grabbed your hands and started to kiss them one by one. He was jumping with delight. I'm also surprised you didn't manage to spoil this one. A miracle, I'd say. There was a rustle behind you, and Emma threw her arms around your neck. That was amazing. No one will be able to tell that it was your first time on the runway. I wish I had your talents. Come on, I nearly collapsed with horror. But you acted like a professional. My puffy rose. Trust the word of old Chinito. You were unbelievable. Thank you. That was incredible. The big room was already empty. All the other models had moved somewhere else. Don Chinito, where is everyone? I think they went to attack the buffet table. Models are my trouble and my grief. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't know what's about to happen. I do. But like reading it again, it's like super sketch. Like I just like I'm noticing things for the first time. I feel like it's like models stuffing their faces when they're supposed to be at a runway. Models. like really? I highly doubt that. That don't even sound correct. Like at all. If anything, I could believe they were out there trying to get the attention of the prince, but that's not what he said. Anyway, my pumpkins, you can leave the necklaces on that table. You and Emma approached a small table with a row of mannequin necks. You removed the necklace to return to the dummy, and the second after you took your fingers off of it, the lights went out. Rush to Emma. Oh, whoops. Oh well. You darted towards Emma and ran into someone who cried out in protest. Your friend's voice came from somewhere on the right. Melody? Emma, is that you? So then, who's this? The person standing next to you suddenly pushed you and darted aside. You've heard swift steps withdrawing. Emma's hand finally found your arm in the dark. Someone pushed me. That someone collided with me. The lights came back on. Shinto burst into a long string of curses, looking upwards. Out of their minds. Bastards. He approached you, casting nervous glances in every direction. Are you okay, my lamb chops? Yes, Don. Ladies, my Don. Where is my Don? Your Don Shinto. My uncle necklace, my unique uncle? What the fuck am I reading? My unique necklace with a perfectly yellow diamond. I can see my ruby sword in the heart of the ocean, but where is my Don? Desperate, he started to clash his hands and make sobbing sounds. Donnas, find it. Find my Don. Everyone hurried to search for the expensive necklace. After 5 minutes, it became clear that it hadn't simply fallen off the table. You brat! You stole a necklace from under Don Chinito's nose, didn't you? Shut up, bitch. Turning around, you saw her pointing the finger at you. Who, me? Yeah, right. Or you're the one who did it. Do you have any proof? Yeah, okay, you're right. Are you nuts or something? Why would I steal it? The words of a beggar? Julie, you can go through my pockets head to toes. I don't have it. As if you wouldn't find a place to hide it. When? The lights were out for less than a minute. A real criminal mind wouldn't think of that as a problem. Julia, stop the show. Oh, so you're in on it as well? What? Wait a second, my lamb chop. Let's apply logic. We know that we were here alone. Someone else was here. Who exactly, my bud? Someone who pushed Emma and me, someone approached the table, took the necklace and left. Or someone has a fertile imagination. No, she's right. Someone did push me. And I also heard the steps. Okay, now I know you're in this together. Chino took off his phone in silence. Without hesitation, he dialed a number. Afternoon, Inspector. You won't believe what happened here. I'm the victim of a crime. I'm begging you. Come to my studio as soon as you can. Thank you, Inspector. I'll be here. After hanging up the phone, he turned to you with a strange expression on his face. Ladies, the police will be here in 20 minutes. I'm asking you to stay here until they come. Otherwise, the police will have to arrest you. Don Chinito? Are you suspecting me? What, you thought you would get out of this unscathed? Stupid. Why are you scared? Yeah, I agree. I mean, we ain't done nothing. Police have to deal with this sort of cases of this sort. They'll arrest you on sight. It's written all over your face, criminal element. Now listening to you, the jeweler made another call. Hello, Jean? John, was it Jean or John? Probably John. John, take care of the rest of our guests. Tell them I'm frightfully busy. Don't argue, John. I think it's time we all prepare our papers. Melody, did you take your passport with you? Yeah, it's in my bag. You looked around in confusion, searching for the bag. You spotted it in the corner and walked over. At first glance, everything was fine, but when you tried lifting the bag, it was too heavy. What the? You opened the bag and took out a book with a note. Beggars go home. It's the result of your past actions. Which Askins would I... But we didn't do anything. Like, is this because I didn't fall when she tripped me? Like, I'm supposed to let her embarrass me and then she won't leave shit in my bag? Like, stupid. I don't care. If this is the result, then I can deal with that because that's just dumb. It's like, okay. Hey, bravo. You had time to put a brick in my bag. And when she had time to do this shit? Maybe criminal elements were all over her stupid face. Feels like someone wants me out. If only I knew who. You looked at Julia enraged. What have you done? And why? She watched you with a smile at the corner of her lips. Why do you think that was me? Because your stupid ass face says it all. Like it's not completely obvious. Prove it. Full of impotent rage, you continued to glare daggers at her. Suddenly a thought struck you. You turned back to the bag and looked around in desperation. Axel? Where are you, Betty? Melody, what happened? Axel had to be here. This wretch scared him away. You don't have any evidence. I don't think anyone saw her. And even if they did, no one would tell you. A quiet rustle from under a rat caught your attention. A small black nose stuck out from under it. Axel, I was so worried. You grabbed the pet and clasped him to your heart. Ugh, who told you we need rats in here? Your knowledge of zoology is less than 0, I can see. Axel, who scared you away, buddy? The pet turned towards Julia and hissed. As if someone would believe a rat. Saying that this rat seems to be responding to questions and commands might garner a little bit of attention. I'm just saying. You open your mouth to chew her out when the door banged behind you. Turning around, you saw a tall man with a sullen look on his face. Inspector Daniel, I'm so glad you came. It's a disaster, an apocalypse. My Don is gone. Oh my gosh, shut up. Afternoon, Don Chinito. Ladies. He bowed his head in greeting and immediately got down to business. Can anyone tell me what happened here? What to do? Keep silent or tell it yourself. I don't know what's the better option here, but I figure I should tell it myself, right? Because Julia would go and spin the whole thing if I give her the chance to say it, so. Inspector, may I? Yes, please. May I know your name? I'm Melody. Very lovely, Melody. How did you end up in the backstage room? Oh, let me get a picture. Don't you need access to replace his models? He said they all got food poisoning. 3 models. Imagine it, Inspector. I was doomed. The show could have been ruined. That sounds staged. Okay, move on. The 3 of us were models for the show. When we came back and took off the necklaces, the lights went off. When they came back on again, one of the necklaces was gone. My Dawn, my fabulous Dawn. He made a grievous gesture with his hands. Okay, I understand. Here's the deal. I'd like to talk to each of you in private. Don Chenino, do you have a quiet room around here? For you, Inspector? Anytime. Very well, in this case. He looked at the three of you and stopped at your face. Melody, would you be so kind as to follow me? Without waiting for an answer, he turned around and went out of the room. You sighed and handed Axel to Emma. The pet was chittering and looking at your back. Very soon you were seated quite comfortably. Why is this room in here? The inspector sat on a chair across the table. So, Melody, may I see your papers? You gave him the passport. For a minute or two he was looking through it. America, huh? Very interesting. Melody, I just want to chat with you. No protocol involved. What can you tell me? Won't say anything without a lawyer. For you won't believe me, but I'm telling you. I did hear something, but everything was so fast. I'm not sure anymore if I saw anything. Just try me. We'll think it over together and maybe draw some conclusions. Okay, the thing is that when the lights went out, I heard footsteps. Someone ran to the table, pushed Emma and me, and then ran away. I'm sure there was someone in the room aside from the four of us. So he pushed you first and then Emma? No, the other way around. Emma was close to the runway and I was close to the door. She yelped and then I felt him push me. So that means someone came from the control room. What? Didn't you notice? Across from the entrance to the room, there was a door labeled control room. Oh, the breakers are there. Well, that explains why the lights went out. But who turned the lights back on? Now, knowing what I know, I'm trying to think over the crime now. So you think he's still there? I doubt there isn't an emergency exit from that room, but I'll canvass it for clues. Tell me, Melody, how are your finances? I have some issues. The day I arrived in Cigar, I was robbed. So that means you're out of money. Someone helped me. Right now I have enough. And who helped you, if I may know? Adam. He works in the palace. He's the prince's bodyguard. Adam Huez? I guess so. I'm not sure. I've never asked his last name, actually. Okay, I'll check into it. That's an interesting piece of information. I realize in most of these stories we never ask people's last names. It's something. Probably something you should probably ask. But anyway. Very well. Thank you for the conversation. I'll talk to the other witnesses, and meanwhile, I'll ask you to stay in the building. Okay. Baffled and dazed, you went out of the room. Do what he could, you know. But it proved to be a difficult task to find your way back. Where did you come from? The right? Or maybe it was the left. Giving up, you just wandered the corridor randomly. In a couple of minutes, you came to a rather familiar door. Oh, that's the one I need. You opened it and were blinded for a second by a bright light, but the next moment, oops. You were in the same room where everyone watched you on the catwalk. At the moment, the runway was empty, some chairs were moved, and a buffet table was set. Guests milled about. Melody? I remember Richard appeared next to you. Just gonna stay where we are. You know, ain't gonna be just rubbing up on people, you know. You felt your legs go disobediently stiff and didn't risk moving. The men surrounded you and started asking questions. Are you alright? I just got a call from my friend. He said you're involved in a theft. Why is he like, just friend? Like, that's a really weird way to say that. And we didn't really get it. Someone has stolen a necklace from Don Chenino. Emma, Julie, and I were in the room. But I think there was someone else with us. And now you're under suspicion. But it'll be okay, right? Adam and Richard exchanged worried looks. Guys? Oh my god. Okay, so we're doing good on tact. We have a little bit of will. I don't know. I think this will be fine. I don't remember encountering any problems. Okay. So, wrongfully accused, prove your innocence. Oh, Lord. I've already forgotten what the necklace is called. Is it like the something Dawn? Royal Dawn? Holy Dawn? I've already forgotten, I'm being honest. The Queen under suspicion. Why do you, like, do you actually become the Queen in the end of this, even if you don't end up with Richard? I can't see how that was possible. But it's called Queen in 30 Days. We'll find out. You're under suspicion of stealing the Dawn, Melody. But it's gonna be okay, right? I didn't take anything from Don Chinito. Adam frowned and turned to Richard. I'll go talk to Daniel. Will you look after Melody? Of course. He came a bit closer and touched her shoulder with a friendly gesture. Here, keep it friendly, buddy. Adam frowned again. He gave a short nod to both of you and vanished behind the same door that you had come in. Shouldn't I be going back with you? Like, I'm supposed to stay put. As soon as the door closed behind Adam, Richard turned to you with a warm smile. These... Richard is so freaking sketchy, dude. Like, I noticed that as soon as the door closed, he turned around and started being like overly friendly. Like, dude, I don't know. Something about this dude just like rubs me the wrong way. Like, he's cute, but come on. But I'm curious about. I am curious about trying things with him now. But he's sketch. Adam is just really not. I don't know. Thank you for coming yesterday. I was so glad to see you and talk to you in private. You felt the color coming to your cheeks. Yes, me too. Only now did you notice people casting glances at the two of you and whispering to one another. Richard squirmed uneasily. Unfortunately, I cannot currently give you all the attention you deserve, but perhaps you'd be interested in meeting the members of the court? I guess so. Thank. He cheered you with a smile and stepped aside. That's another problem. Is he just gonna continue to ignore me in public all the time? Like, I don't know. Who should I talk to? Lady in a pink dress, man in a black suit, or with Alva? I don't really like Alva. I'll try the pink dress lady. Looking around yearningly, you saw a lady examining you with thoughtful eyes. There was no one around her, so you decided to make the first step. Good afternoon. Afternoon? The show today is dreadfully boring, don't you think? Depends on what you find boring. I was looking forward to meeting Don Chinito, but he didn't even show up. Do you think he might still? She's kind of cute. You know, she's probably a jerk. I don't know. Can't really say. I imagine he's a very busy person. Yes, I'm sure, but I don't think he's occupied with work today. What is it then? She looked around mysteriously and bent closer to your ear. Somebody's stolen the famous Don. But, yeah, like, how do you know? You're kidding. How do you know? Oh, I have extensive connections. You know what else? The police are only half a step from catching the culprit. What kind of connections? I thought about it, but seriously, why does this lady know this? And so quickly? Who is she talking to? Really? Naturally, the case is clear as can be. The detectives will soon find out it could be none other than Don Chinito's niece. Ah, his niece is at the show today. Her expression suddenly changed to a look of suspicion and she flinched and walked away. I'm terribly sorry. Derry, honey, I've been looking for you all evening. You headed to a wall at the far end of the room and leaned against it, feeling fatigued. They're all so strange here. Feels like something's not quite right, but what exactly? While you were trying to piece it together in your head, someone suddenly touched your arm. I found you, finally. Emma, I was beginning to worry about you. Well, then why didn't you go try the room? We were both worried about you. The fluffy Axel made a little chirpy noise and jumped into your arms. Hey, little guy, I was worried about you too, buddy. So, is everything's okay? Kind of, but I need to ask you something. Emma... Yeah, who's the niece? Oh, you mean Alva? Alva's his niece? Oh, yeah, you wouldn't know, I guess. Yep, he actually wants her to take over the business after him. All this worries me. I have this feeling that someone is trying to set us up. I'm getting that feeling too. What do you think we should do? I think we should talk to Chinito, talk to Alva. Yeah, we're going to talk to Alva to get to the bottom of it, I think. Where do you think we can find her? No one's allowed out of the building. What do you mean? She was just in this room. If she's not here, maybe in the backstage room? Worth a try. Are you with me? Like, what did she just bounce to? I could have just talked to Alva, so like, that's... You expect me to just bail on you? The backstage room was empty and dark. Suddenly you heard a sob coming from the corner. Uncle Chinito. Why does it feel like her art style is like different somehow than everybody else in the game? I don't know what it is. I always feel like she's out of place. You looked at each other in bewilderment and sneaked in closer, hiding behind the clothes racks. I can't keep it. They'll catch me. Right now it's here with me. Should I hide it somewhere? Like in a toilet tank or something? But, yes, Uncle. I'll be patient. Ciao. Alva sobbed again and wiped her face with a handkerchief. Then she stood up and left the room without noticing the two of you. No, I guess it's the same art style. It just seems a little strange. Do you think she... Yes, but why? Maybe we should ask her? Or maybe we should just turn her into the Spectre. No, not yet. The first thing to do is to find and secure the necklace. If Alva's in danger, she might do something stupid. Don Janito would not be happy with us. Then let's follow her. You followed Alva and soon you were back in the main hall again. Like, what does it matter if he's not happy with us, though? I feel like the feeling like he's the one trying to frame us. Alva was standing next to the buffet table looking distracted and miserable. Where do you think she's hiding it? Well, why us specifically? Did he just like pick us at random because we were around? Why not frame one of the models? In her purse, I'm sure. You're not hiding anything in that dress, though. Maybe in the bra? No way. The necklace is big and spiky. Then it's definitely in the purse. So we have to ask Axel to get it for us, steal it, or talk to her. That would be cool. Could Axel get it? Oh, let's talk to her though. We might be able to persuade her to tell everything to the inspector. Do you honestly believe that? Not really, but we have to do something. Yeah, we do. If I approach her, she'll just run away again, so you go in first, and I'll join you in a minute. Okay. Putting on a good-natured smile, Emma approached the buffet table and examined the food. She slowly drew in closer to the preoccupied Alva. When she was close enough, Emma said something, and Alva timidly shook her head in response. From where you were standing, you couldn't hear anything, so you watched their faces carefully. Suddenly, Emma turned her head, looked at you, and made a faint gesture with her hand. It's time to act. When you got closer, Alva gave you a wary look, like a small, frightened animal. Hello, Alva. Good afternoon. Give it back, scum. Your uncle is in trouble. Yes, let's just chat. Alva, a lot of strange things happened today. I'm sure you know a few. Watching you with frightened eyes, Alva nodded. And I think you know that the one who arranged it is going to be the one who suffers the most. He's just one man against the police, and nobody knows what happens to him if he gets caught. What are you driving at? Nothing really. We just want this person to know he's not alone. But he has friends who are ready to take the heat, friends who are not going to turn him in. I can't. Alva, you know how much I owe you. We won't set you up, I promise. How did she... It's another mystery. Alva's big eyes suddenly flushed with tears. She put a hand against her mouth, suppressing a sob. Slowly, running her hand into her purse, she fished out the necklace and silently handed it to you. I'm counting on you. Were we making sure that nobody was watching? Do I have a purse to put it in? Don't worry, we'll think of something. We're in a room full of a bunch of people, right? Like nosy-ass people at that. Reaching the far-off corner of the room, Emma and you heaved a two-matched sighs of relief. We need to book it out of this room. So what now? We have to decide as quickly as possible. Suggest we give it to the inspector, keep it, give it to Chinito, and then give it to the inspector. And he's gonna lock us up for stealing it. Well, we don't have to hand it to him directly. Oh, that's a wheel? What would be the other one? They can hand it to him directly. We'll just put it somewhere. He'll see it. So we just have to decide where to plant it? I believe it has to end right where it started. Then they'll have to examine the crime scene, right? We'll just wait for the right moment and put it back in there. Well, it's not like we have a lot of options. Let's do it, partner. Opening the door to the backstage room just a little, you examined the situation. All the men were there. Daniel was showing something to Richard and Adam. Chinito was gloomily examining the heart of the ocean. I think this is the best we're going to get. Plenty of witnesses, and the inspector is one of them. Now we just have to think of how we're going to do this without being seen. Any suggestions? How about I distract them, you distract them, we act together. I distract them? I'll talk to them, and you put the Don somewhere under the table. Melody, that'll be shady as hell. First, let them catch us, then we'll talk. Shall we? I'm ready, Cap. Oh my god. Squaring your shoulders, you open the door, every face turned to you. Melody? Lady. These faces, dude! Stop! I can't. We didn't expect to see you here. We're a little nervous and want to know how the investigation is going. We are suspects, right? Not anymore. What? I've checked the information you've given me. It all checks out. It deserves respect. If I were you, I probably would have lied so as not to arouse suspicion. But now I'm almost sure you're the clear. Wait, if we're not suspected anymore, that means you found the thief? That's right. Can you tell us who it is? Well, the inspector glanced at Chinito. He answered with a steady, gloomy gaze. The Bellas have a right to know. In the end, I was the one to drag them into this. And is there a reason to hide? In 2 days, everyone will know. Don Chinito, it was you who stole the Don, right? Yes, Muffin, it was me. But why? The jeweler sighed and sat down gravely. It all happened 2 months ago. Tomas, I asked you to come for a good reason. I am ready to close that deal. I'm listening, Don Chinito. This guy looks sketchy as hell. At last, I have the required sum, and I'm ready to redeem my Don. I'm not really seeing your point. What is not to see? Here is your money. Give me back my Don. You see, Don Chinito, it's not as simple as you think. What can be simpler than a closed deal? The point is that my office doesn't want to part with the Don. What? But you can't. It's illegal. On the contrary, if you took the trouble of reading out the contract before signing it, you know what I mean. It says that my office has the right to prolong the loan for an unlimited period. Wait, the loan... Oh, the loan of the money. And the collateral was the necklace. Wait, you signed a loan contract and you didn't read that it says they can just extend the loan whenever the fuck they want to? So you have to keep paying interest. This is what we're going to do. But why? Do you want to sell my Don or something? Oh, no. We have big plans for it. As we have for you, Don Chinito. What plans? For me? We'll be delighted to give you back the Don, but only after you help us with several transactions. These transactions I'm talking about are not really... Let's just say we wouldn't like to take them through official channels. And I dare say your experience in jewelry will be of great help. Oh, like a... Is it like... Are they playing like a jewelry like theft? Like some sort of heist? If everything goes smoothly, the Don will be yours again. You, sneaky, rotten coward. And a fantastic businessman. So you took the job? I did, and then I decided to hell with him. The Don is mine, and I had to get it back. I thought they wouldn't blackmail me when the Don is gone. I could just give them the money back. And then in a couple of years, we'll find the Don again. That's not right, dude. You had to go to the police at once. But I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. I've never been in a situation like this. Still, you could have asked for help. Only now do I see I could. Inspector, what's going to happen to Don Chinito now? I bet you're imagining something awful. Rest assured, he'll be okay. But this Tomas guy, I'd like to talk to him in private. And I'd be happy to join you. Alas, my friend, this is the internal police affair. No place for you there. Huh. That rhymed. Anyway, financial crimes are not exactly your specialty. Still, though, I'd love to be there for it. Better stick to your own affairs. Inspector, what's the deal with the Don? Actually, it has to be kept in the department as evidence. But just between you and me, I'd hide it somewhere else. If this scum leaves untouched, who knows what'll happen to the necklace. Emma grabbed you by the elbow and whispered in your ear with agitation. Now is the best time to give the necklace back. Inspector, I know where the Don is. For a second, it became very quiet in the room. Chinito grabbed his phone, then put it back in his pocket again. Do you realize that you've just given yourself in as a culprit? First of all, you know it was not me. Second of all, I'm going to give it back if you promise me something. Supposing I'm even listening, and maybe I'll even try not to arrest you. Don Chinito, you had someone help you, right? Yes. No. I mean... Daniel, you're going to leave that person alone. Promise me that, and I'll give you the Don. Daniel kept silent for a minute. I promise I won't charge Don Chinito's assistant with any crime. Let His Highness be witness to my word. You gave her a short nod and took out the nod. Oh, my precious. It's in fine condition. Where did you find it? I took it from Alva. She was the one helping Chinito. I see. And what were you planning to do with it? Yeah, I want to give it to you. I think it'll be safest with the police. I wouldn't be so sure, but I'll do my best to keep it safe. Wait, like, would they have allowed us to keep it? I mean, I don't particularly want it. I didn't think it was that pretty to begin with, but... And now you all have to go go have fun. I've got to deal with financial crimes. I freaking hate this part. Shut up, man. Sooner or later you'll run out of criminals, right? Yeah, alright. Melody, Emma, I wish you all the best, Your Highness. He made a short bow towards Richard and headed out. Chinito followed after him, muttering something under his breath. Richard and Adam looked at you. Melody, are you okay? Yes, just a little bit shocked. It's only been 2 days since I got here, and so much has already happened. Right, I suppose it's surprising how quickly you managed to attract all this attention to yourself. Is it really? I feel like I'm only in this situation because of you and Adam. Like, y'all just plopped out of nowhere. I don't know. Why do I feel like I'm taking the blame for this? Something I don't like about that statement. That's a rare gift, but right now I'm offering you some time off. Do you want to join me in the main hall and play the social butterfly part for a while? No? How is that time off? Well, I guess some people like to be social and talk to people and make friends. I don't, so sorry, bye. I'm full up on adventures for today. I don't think I can handle another examination by the crowd. I'd also like to speak to Adam in private. You don't really need me now, Richard, do you? No, I'll be fine on my own. Don't worry, Melody, I understand. Adam, will you take us to the palace? Sure. Emma, are you coming with us? Sorry, I need to undertake my social duties. Chit-chatting, gossip, those sorts of things. I'll see you in the palace later, okay? Great. Richard gave you a sad smile and headed out, followed by Emma. You turned back to Adam. Look, once again! If you say you need some time to, like, figure it out, that would have been different than, oh, well, I guess we can't be together or whatever. Like... Because I'm engaged to Julia, whatever. You know, did he even, like, explain that he's engaged to Julia? Like, it's not stated fully, but, like, basically that's what's gonna happen. Like, we had time to sit there and talk, and that's not what he chose to focus on. Instead, he was too busy trying to put the moves on me, even though he told me that we couldn't be together. Adam, thank you. I always find you on my side, even though I'm a complete stranger to you. And you helped me almost from the first minute I came to Sagar. I can't even express all the gratitude I feel. You stretched your arms out in an attempt to show the size of your gratitude. Adam just smiled and slapped you on one of your hands. I just knew you were a good person. He suddenly bent forward and kissed you on top of your head. How to react? Smile. You raised foxy eyes at him and smiled. He chuckled with pleasure. Now that's the gratitude I was looking for. He suddenly threw up his hands in a passionate gesture. Oh, women, what are we gonna do with you? You're turning a strong man into submissive lambs. Adam, with all due respect, I've never seen a 100-kilogram lamb. It's all muscle, by the way. Took a long time building it up, and I'll not be parting with any of it. Stop your nonsense. You punched his biceps playfully. He just smiled slyly. Shall we go then and take some rest in the palace? Sure thing. All the way to the palace, Adam was intently silent, considering something. You felt slightly tired yourself and didn't feel like interfering with his thoughts. Only once you made it to the guest hall, Adam suddenly lit up with energy, kissed your hand, and ran away. You found your room without any help. I like my little room. Letting Axel from your arms, you reached the bed and plopped down on it, fully dressed. Axel drank some water from his bowl and joined you on the second pillow. I can see you're also tired, my darling. You were thinking over a plan of getting up and taking a shower when there was a knock at the door. Melody, may I enter? Come on in, Adam. You had barely managed to sit up and fix your hair when Adam came in. He was holding 2 big packs in his arms. One was full of animal food, another contained something large. How are you feeling? I'm okay, just tired. What's this, Adam? Well, I promised you I'd get some stuff for the little guy. So I have some food there and a couple of beds for him. What do you feed squirrels? Is like, and where did he get it so fast? She's the one you like. Oh, I forgot he hadn't given us the bed to us. He was just on top of it for no reason. I thought he'd already given it to us already. For the picture. This one comes with a little toy. Nice choice. I could sleep in that one. I doubt you could fit. Easy, buddy. I'm not staking a claim on it. That face! Suppose you don't want to share the food either? Melody, he's a little greedy, but stop fighting, boys. Adam, you've had your dinner, I hope? Bah, I was so close. Adam joined you in the bed and coughed awkwardly. I know it was a long day for you, but I have to say you behaved bravely back there. I didn't feel so brave. Trust me, I've seen people in serious distress. You've been a tough cookie. I wouldn't call that distress. I was just under suspicion of stealing a damn expensive necklace. Yeah, we'll call it stress. He moved closer and raised his arm, intending to cuddle you. What to do? Move closer or move away? Oh, I feel like I have a very suspicious nature towards. Have you noticed that I have a problem with words that have a lot of S's in them? Like I kind of slur them. I don't know. I think that's just a normal speech problem that I have. It's like words like horror or something like that. I can't pronounce them quite how they're usually supposed to be pronounced. But yeah, like words like suspicious are like really hard for me to say. And like when I was growing up, I had a lot of time. I'd take a lot of time. Like my grandma helped me like focus my words around those, like sausages or something like that. Like I have to take my time with the word, otherwise it kind of comes out in a slur. But anyway, just a random little tidbit. Let me go ahead and move in. You really dug into his embrace and felt, more than heard, his sigh of relief. His other hand seized you by the waist, and you felt the reassuring warmth of his body. You pressed your cheek against his chest, listening to the steady beat of his heart, his calm breath. His strong arms made you feel so little, so fragile. They surrounded you just like a stone wall, and no force on earth could break his fortress. He tilted his head and buried his face in your hair, took a deep breath of your hair, and smiled. You smell so good. You also smiled, touching his elbow with the tips of your fingers. The warmth of his body was almost scalding. The remembrance of that kiss from yesterday pierced through you. You stumbled at your breath. You raised your head slowly to see Adam's eyes. They were dark, almost black. Adam? A sharp knock came from the door. Both of you flinched. You ducked out of Adam's embrace and, blushing madly, called out, "Come in, it's open." The door opened and Richard entered the room. He looked at the two of you absent-mindedly and suddenly tensed. Yikes. Adam calmly rose from your bed and stood in front of him. The men silently looked at each other in the eyes for several seconds. I hope I'm not bothering you. Not in the least. Good. Melody, I came to invite you to the Royal Races. It is our next festival event. It is held in the countryside, so everyone takes a car. For you and Emma, we have a car prepared. Of course, I'll be there. Thank you, Richard. I'm glad to be able to indulge you. Adam, I think it's time we go. It's quite late. Jesus! You just feel like the tension. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Good night, Melody. Have a good night, Melody. Sleep well, guys. When the door closed behind the two of them, you fell down to the bed and cuddled weakly at the pillow. What a day. Another day awaits me tomorrow. Something tells me it's going to be just as long as this one. Thinking about tomorrow, you crawled into the blanket and almost immediately fell into a deep sleep. Alrighty then. I think we'll go ahead and leave it at that. But I don't know, this story is fun. It's fun to me. Yeah. I never know what to make of Richard. Like, and I have so many questions when I read the little things again. Like, why does Emma owe Alva? That's one. Why specifically did he choose Don Chinito choose to frame us as opposed to framing one of his randos? Like, he specifically went after influential people. I mean, I guess I was in the group, and so they could have blamed me, but that would be like a random choice. It seemed like it was like premeditated. Like, it was definitely premeditated. So, like, he couldn't have just saw me in that room and was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and frame her specifically. He came, like, because the models were already food poisoned. And suddenly nowhere to be found. It's like, all that would have taken time. So he had planned on framing either Emma or Julia, or maybe both, before then. But why pick them when they're nobles? Like, that seems very strange. Like, why choose them? I have a hard time believing I was specifically the target there. So, I don't know, but anyway, that's the thing. Or I had made a stir in noble society. Did they know I was coming here? Did he know that? Did he factor that in his plan? It seems like it would have been easier to me for him to frame one of his models. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. There's a few questions that I have, but I'll leave it at that. I'm playing through tact. I also think will would be fun, as I can see that I keep leaning towards some of those choices, because I kind of feel like being rude sometimes. These people make me mad, though, sometimes, dude. I don't know. Plot is kind of shady. I don't know about that, but it is fun that it's there. Plot could be fun. I'm considering playing through that because I haven't done that. It just seems so shady. I don't know if I like to be shady. Whatever, I was keep playing it as I've been playing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and show that like button some love. Subscribe to see more content like this, and I will see you next time. Bye!